We have breaking news. Potentially thousands of California sex offenders could be released early from prison. That's right, folks. Coming to a neighborhood near you, sex offenders who have been convicted and sentenced in a court of law are about to be released. Sexual exploitation is one of the most vile and violent crimes on earth. Victims are scarred for life. I work in sex trafficking. I know how this works. And now their perpetrator may be moving right back into their original neighborhood. Victims of sex trafficking endure horrific abuse. Some of them are electrocuted, some of them are burned, some of them are beaten, some of them are cut, some of them are raped over and over, some of them are held hostage with a gun. Some of them are tattooed right down the side of their face. We have a case like that right here in Riverside. Tattooed with their pimp's name for the rest of their life. Many of these people are sodomized. Some are gang sodomized. And it's filmed and it's sold over and over and over for pornography. This is one of the most vile crimes on earth. It changes a person forever. The victims involved in the cases that we're looking at here, they risk everything to testify and obtain justice. And law enforcement used your tax dollars and they laid their lives on the line to go out in the middle of the night and go after the worst of the worst. And they do this so that your family can sleep at night and you can feel secure. So how can all of this be happening? Whatever happened to the will of the people? Remember when Governor Jerry Brown campaigned on Proposition 57 and he promised all voters that all sex offenders would be excluded from Proposition 57? That is, if Proposition 57 passed. And it did, based on those promises. Well, breaking news, folks. Judge Alan Sumner, I want you to remember that name. Judge Alan Sumner, one judge, a Sacramento County Superior Court judge, just ruled that California must consider early parole for thousands of sex offenders. This ruling is in response to a lawsuit that was filed by an organization called the Alliance of Constitutional Sex Offense Laws. Judge Sumner's dismissed opposing arguments from Attorney General Maria Chance. He was truly overruling the will of the people. Judge Sumner's ruling stated, and I quote, "If the voters had intended to exclude all registered sex offenders from early parole consideration under Proposition 57, then they presumably would have said so." That's what this judge said. Well, folks, we're going to say so. Where does that leave us, we the people? Well, we're citizens and we're looking to protect our kids and our neighborhoods, and we're going to take this back. If this ruling does not make you angry, I can't imagine what would. But anger isn't going to just change this thing. We have to have action. I am asking you to join with me and let our voices be heard. Number one, go to millionkids.org, MILLION. By the way, it's called Million Kids because more than 1 million kids are trafficked each year throughout the world. So go to millionkids.org and sign your name. Just type in your name so we can send a letter and list all the supporters to it. And we're going to send that letter to Governor Brown and our legislators, and we're going to ask that Judge Alan Sumner be removed from the bench. And we are going to ask them to consider taking action to stop the early release of violent and nonviolent sex offenders. And we're going to ask you to go to millionkids.org and donate. That's right. I'm asking for your support in this work, your financial support and your prayers. We're asking you to come along with us on this journey. It's going to take a lot of us to make this change. So go to Million Kids and hit donate. We want to make your voices heard, and we're going to need money to do that. Why do we need money? Because we're going to buy commercials. We're going to take videos and we're going to move them all across California. We are going to do social media blasts like you can't believe. And we're going to do commercials on radio. Remember, I have a radio show. So we're going to buy reach wherever we can. We cannot take this sitting down. This takes cash to do this. I'm asking you, the people, to join with me. And let's hear our voices. Let's let our voices be heard all across California. Enough, folks. I'm angry, and I hope you're angry too. But anger's not enough. If there was ever a time in our lives where you need to get off the couch and out of that easy chair and go to the computer and make yourself heard, it is this issue right here. Do you know there is an estimated 42,000 sex offenders in California prisons? And this ruling could result in over 10,000. You heard me right. It could result in over 10,000 sex offenders being released. This is not a minor battle. I need each and every one of you to donate, whether it's $10, $25, $100, $1,000 if you can. If you're a corporation and you can walk alongside of us and you have the values that you want to defend, our rights to keep our kids safe, come along with us. Go to www.millionkids.org and hit donate. I believe this is the fight of our lives. Every day I get up and I go out to schools and I educate kids about pedophiles. I actually educated almost 3,000 just this week and drove almost 5,000 miles this month doing that. I educate parents and teachers about keeping kids safe. Your donations make that happen. But we have to continue that work and add this work on with it. Million Kids has been doing this for nearly 10 years, but I cannot fight the devil with pocket change. We are in the fight of our lives for our kids' future and for keeping our neighborhoods safe. These individuals have been convicted. They need to do their time. I have no issue with the rehabilitation process that everybody blames this issue on. I get that they need to be rehabilitated, but I believe they can be rehabilitated. They can learn right from wrong right in prison. We do not have to turn them loose in our neighborhoods to experiment with our children till they figure it out. Please, I am absolutely begging you, go to millionkids.org and donate. Million Kids is a public benefit 501c3 nonprofit organization. We've been in this fight for nearly 10 years. We have a gold star, guide star rating for transparency. When you donate to us, we're accountable. But we need this funding if we are going to do a statewide campaign. So I want you to pray with me. I want you to think about it. You can write to me at opal, O-P-A-L, at millionkids.org. But please, I'm begging you, go to millionkids.org and donate. I want you to join with me to send a message to Judge Sumner and also to Governor Brown. We do not want any sex offenders released early in our communities. Period. Thank you.